What's up, beautiful people? I am back. Change of scenery again. What? Yeah, I moved to a new place, so I've just been busy with that. Sorting my shit out now. So this is the new format, I guess, of my videos. Anyway, we are back for another review today. We're gonna look at Anne Frank's diary. I think everyone knows this chick. I think if you don't, something's wrong with you. But it doesn't matter if you don't. You should get this book and read it because it's about a girl who writes in her journal, not every single day, but she basically is journaling about her life. She's 13, 14 years old. This is back in the 1940s. World War II is going strong. Hitler has gone nuts, as usual. And her family have moved into an apartment that they've closed off completely, so no one knows that they live there, and they're in hiding basically with another family and a family friend of theirs. So there's 8 people in this double-story house. Oh, I don't even know, I think there's like 3 stories actually, because if you count the attic, which is where they stored all their food. It's a crazy journey that they had. Like, they planned how to escape or how to like leave the neighborhood and they told all their neighbors they're leaving to Belgium or Switzerland and blah, blah, blah. So everyone had this different story. They didn't know that they just moved down the road into her dad's like factory. So very few people knew where they lived, what they did. There was, of course, people that did know because they needed help to like help buy them food and things like that. So it's an incredible story just as is. And irrespective of how intelligent this Anne Frank wrote in her diary, like just the story is incredible. And then knowing this chick, like learning more about her is quite cool. She's much smarter than I am currently. So like she's 14 and writing this stuff. I'm 28 and I still don't know shit. But it's incredible. She writes in her diary, she calls it Kitty, and it's her friend. And she starts writing a whole bunch of stuff about what's happening in the house, how everyone is feeling, the experience of kind of hiding from Hitler, listening to the news about what's happening with the war, what countries are doing. It's fascinating. Like, it's one of the best books I've read in terms of perspective. Like, you actually feel like you're there in the house with them when she's writing this stuff. And there's some scary moments, there's some heartbreaking moments, there's some fun moments. And it just goes through the whole spectrum of human emotion. And it's quite crazy also to think that this 13, 14-year-old knew at that age that she wanted to be a writer. And she was already trying to start writing other books and stories that she gave to her dad to read. And that's just fascinating. But another thing is, like, there's an Anne Frank app now, and it has quotes from her diary. So it's like daily quotes from her diary. And her diary is just incredible. Like, I was reading this book, and the one sentence she wrote is, in her diary, she said, "Paper is more patient than people." And I was like, holy shit. Like, I would have never thought of that. And to have a teenage girl think of this while she's locked up in a house with some strangers even, that's just incredible. Like, that thought alone, that perspective alone is something else. And she really goes into giving you great perspectives of the human spirit, how it relates to race, religion, age, gender. Like, paper is more patient than people. It's fucking crazy, dude. You can tattoo that shit on yourself. Like, that's a great quote. That's a great perspective to have. And it highlights the importance of journaling and having a diary for yourself. You might not get your diary published and have 35 million copies of it sold. Probably I won't have that either. But I do diary. I do diary. I do journal, you know. I have my journal. I write in it daily. It's got a bunch of shit. You're not going to be able to read any of that because my handwriting is crap. But I've been doing this for a while. It's like, so this is the other diary. This is the next one. This is from like last year and maybe a little bit of the year before. Actually, when did it start? Dude, it has a weird date. So it started on the 2nd of September 2017. Like, that's when I started to journal. You won't be able to see any of that crap. Will you focus? Yes. So it's like 2 years I've been doing this almost every day, and it is pretty life-changing. It's very important to journal. I read that the most important people do it, that, Marcus Aurelius wrote a journal for himself. Now it's called the Meditations, and it's sold millions of copies. And like, if he's doing it, like a Roman emperor, one of the best emperors ever, did it, I'm gonna fucking do it. Like, it's just that simple. So it's very good for you guys to do. Lots of successful people do it, even if you not want to be successful in terms of your career or money or whatever the fuck it is that you want to push success towards. A journal will help you with whatever it is that you are pushing towards. It's a thing that you can write your thoughts down. It doesn't judge you. It is this patient piece of paper. It's like a pet, you know, you have a dog or cat, you tell it everything, it doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about, can't do anything for you, but just telling it helps a lot, you know. So I use my diary to get my thoughts out, to write about what happened that day or what's going to happen that week, what I'm looking forward to. Sometimes I don't know what to write. Like yesterday, I went through this phase of Muhammad Ali, like I was just loving him, so I was watching videos about him, and then all I wrote in my diary is, I'm going to show you how great I am. That's it. I just said, I believe in myself, I can and I will, whatever. That's it. Fucking 2 lines. That's all it was. Some days I have two pages where I just write stuff down. The important thing is to use a diary to get thoughts out of your head and onto paper so that you can take it away from your brain. It like reduces anxiety. It's a way to organize your thoughts. It's a way to look at what you've thought about historically. So what I do is I'll journal every day, and at the end of the month I have a month-end process, and that month-end process basically says, look at what I've written for the past month, how has it changed, what has been the theme, kind of reflect on that month. And I can even go back a year and be like, I'm going to read what I've written for the past year. And sometimes I can't read what I write, you know, and that's what happens when you have shit handwriting. But for the most part, I can be like, let's see how I was thinking 6 months ago, or how I was feeling 6 months ago. And I just open this book and I find the date and it's there. And I can see how my thoughts evolve or don't evolve, how they stay the same or how they don't stay the same. And that's quite powerful. It's like, it's a way to track my progress. It's a way for me to become more self-aware. And it's something that you have to do for a long period of time to get the maximum benefit from it. You cannot, like, I'll watch a video. When I was doing, like, starting to diary or journal, I was looking at what to do, journal about, how to do it, blah, blah, blah. So I was watching YouTube videos, Tim Ferriss, all these guys. And there was some other fucktards, not Tim Ferriss, he's a legend, but there was these fucktards that are like, I tried journaling for a month. I tried journaling for a week. No, motherfucker. Try it for fucking 10 years and then fucking make a YouTube video about it. Don't fucking do something for 1 week so that you can make a video so that people can click and then you get some views, okay? That's some bullshit. That's not how fucking things work. You make things work by doing them consistently over a very long period of time. And that's the important thing about having a journal. It's like, it's your thoughts, it's intimate, no one needs to read it. They can if they want to, like you can give it to your friends, things like that. But it's all for you. That's what you need to do, having your own diary. Like, and Frank had her diary, I have my diary, you should have your diary. And this book highlights the importance of that because you can see over like a year and a half how this girl's thoughts have evolved, have changed, have stayed the same, and the perspectives she's had while she's been like locked up in this prison. And it's a beautiful story. I really admire her, like I respect the shit out of her. She's much smarter than I am. At 13, she's 14, she's smarter than I am at 28. And I've been like reading books and studying and whatever. Like just a phenomenal human. Terribly sad story, terribly sad history that we have. It's fucked up, like you should read it because you can also see the beautiful side of things in life, and it gives you good perspectives. It's something I'm going to be reading a lot more in my life, like at least 3-4 more times this book is going to be read. Minimum, like every 2-3 years I'll just read it, just be like, let's get that perspective. Let's see what she did, like from her diary, what I learned is, I'm not going to call my journal any name. I don't give that level of personality, but I did start adding a more distinct date. So before I just used to say 27th March, like 2019. Now I say 27th March 2019, Wednesday, blah, blah. It gives more detail. So you do learn how to better journal from other people's journals. So read this book because you get a perspective of a teenager, how smart, you get to see like ridiculous intelligence. And you also get to see how to journal. You learn how to journal and you see the importance of it. It's important for her. That's how it coped. Like she coped with the whole situation because of this journal that she had. I cope a lot because of this journal that I have. Like, anyway, guys, great book. Read it all the time. Gift it to friends, and start journaling, guys. Like, check out Google how to journal. Go watch some YouTube videos. Find what works best for you. Maybe you want to do it in the morning, maybe in the evening, maybe midday. Maybe you don't want to do it on a physical thing. Maybe you want to do it on your phone or a laptop. Something. Get your thoughts out of your head into paper and you'll be winning. Anyway, guys, I'll see you at the next one. Cheers.